Hi, yo, it's your boy Swole, and I'm back. Now, let me tell you guys something I wish I would have known before I did Uber Eats. My first year, I wish I would have known that I would have still had to pay taxes because I was new to the whole, 1099 thing, and you know how Uber Eats do taxes. I was like, oh shit, they don't take taxes? Well, guess what? They did. So I ended up racking up like at least about almost $6,000 in taxes I had to pay back, which I consider debt for a collective. So, mind you, what I had to do, since rideshare was my only income, what I had to do, I had to grind hard as the hell, because at the end of the day, you got to realize that $5,000, $6,000 in taxes that you got to pay back, that you don't know, if you're not saving your money, and putting money to the side, then you're going to be screwed. And I wish I would have known that way before I started Uber Eats, started grinding it heavy, because I didn't know that, you have to pay so much back in taxes if you wasn't keeping your taxes, because I wasn't keeping up my taxes. Honestly, I'm going to keep it honest. I would make like $1,000+ a week. Now I just blow it, just wilding out, simping, spending money on girls or going on trips with women, all this other stuff. So now I just be saving my money. Now I don't even get into all that stuff no more, man, because that stuff is gonna just mentally sway you away from your main goal. So luckily, the next year I did Uber, I was able to retain and get back together and be able to make that money. I told myself I was gonna make like at least like $6K within like a month and a half at the latest, so I can pay back that $5-6K, because you don't want to pay. Nobody play with the IRS. You don't want to play with the IRS, man. So I had to make sure I took care of it and handle my business. And that's the reason why I could kind of think, rideshare, because rideshare honestly got me out a lot of things and put me in some better situations. Now I wish I would have been more mindful and more optimal with my spending habits doing it, and wish I would have been saving, because I would have been saving. I probably got like an extra $15K right now saved up, so if only I knew better, going into it, then that would have been, a good thing. So that's why I was telling y'all on one of the previous videos that, man, make sure you save your money, especially when you're doing this rideshare. It's easy for us drivers to spend our money, honestly, because we're making it. Money is so easy to make it, and we think that, oh, well, if I spend it, I can just make it right back, but not realizing that we're just putting back on, setting ourselves back on extra time that we gotta, ride and make all that money back and stuff that we spend. So at the end of the day, don't let it catch up on you. Make sure you're being mindful of your spending, because at the end of the day, you gotta look at your car, expenses as well, and all these other things, especially if this is something you plan on doing short term for at least a year or two, to get yourself together and stack that money up quick, and do something else, that's more, I wouldn't say efficient, because I would say rideshare is pretty efficient, because if you're in a good market, especially multi-apping more so as well, which is what a lot of people do to maximize their earnings, you're gonna be grinding, man. You're gonna be rolling. So to get out of it, so that way you don't have to keep, throwing on miles in your card and have to get a new card and do it all over again. It's definitely good to have an exit plan. And like I said, rideshare is so good to, to make money, make a lot of money fast too, and, legal, and, be able to save and, do whatever you want, honestly. So that's really the bread and butter with Uber. And that's why I kind of really rideshare in general. I keep saying Uber, but Uber is like my biggest platform right now that I generate the most. Because like right now I'm sitting at like $150 for Uber Eats for the day, and then on Grubhub I got like $33. So I'm reaching my 200 goal for the day. Might hit 250, might push for 300 as a bonus goal. Well, I got about 620, so I got about 4 more hours left. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it till 10, so I'm gonna see how much I can make, from now till past 10, since I'm at like 180 right now. So technically between Uber Eats and Grubhub, DoorDash, I haven't gotten anything good at all today. Like my market sucks for DoorDash. Like every trip is like, I barely see any trips $10 or over. Like I don't know what's going on. DoorDash has like the worst pay to me, honestly. I should still sign on to it, just in case I get like a good unicorn trip. That's good. But usually those trips are sending me like at least 20 miles out or 15 miles out. And I got time for that, screw that, so I just, Uber Eats and Grubhub have been keeping me healthy. I did sign up for Spark, But Spark, no, they're not hiring right now in my area. So, but I could do the, sign in on a different area and then come back and then, switch my location back to, where I'm currently living. So that way, I could do it, but I'm not going to force it right now because, Uber Eats and Grubhub have been really tight for me in my market, and, Louisiana, food places everywhere. So a food market, food rideshare market is going to be insane. Let's just say that. And they got some pretty solid tippers out here. Now, you do got your people who don't tip, but who don't tip good. You know what I'm saying? I messed around and did a stacked order, not realizing a person tipped $3, but the trip was like $18. So I was like, I'm going to just put my pride aside a bit. I wanted to just say F it, but I had to put my pride aside because like 18, that's going to, that's going to go towards my goal. And that's a lot. 18 is a lot, so, and it was only for like 7 miles. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, why not? And it's more than $2 a mile. It was really almost $3 a mile. So that ended up being a really good trip. So I just took it. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Like I said, save your money. For my new rideshare drivers who are null, like I said, I wish I really would have known to put money aside for my taxes. Going into my first, beginning time of doing rideshare and Uber Eats. So just make sure you guys, saving your money for your taxes, because that's important. Make sure you track your mileage, because you can reduce your taxes at the end of the year with your mileage. So keep that in mind. There's a lot of mileage tracking applications you can download on Android and iOS, and or you can just keep tabs on it manually. Just look at your speedometer, see how many miles you got, and just track it by hand every day if you're if you really like that tedious part. So that's all I got for you guys, man. Stay tuned for the next video. Swole out. Peace.